They dance to encourage fertility and to celebrate menstruation. But in Malawi, falling pregnant can mean a death sentence for a woman. In this poorest of communities, cultural traditions are strong and contraception is still taboo. That makes the man on the stilts a very important village elder. He's the one who can make unwanted babies disappear. He's a senior member of a secretive cult, and everyone here believes that gives him special powers. He shows us his abortion potion, made from a rare plant. Its sap is mixed with water. A few sips will not only kill the unborn baby, but puts the mother in terrible danger too.
It is one of the ways in which I generate some income. When I assist women in terminating their pregnancies, I'm able to buy some food and even some tablets of soap. When they start bleeding heavily after administering our herbs, there is no any other intervention that we can give them. Actually, when we see that situation, we advise them to go to the hospital, but caution them not to reveal that they're coming from us.
Abortions are strictly banned in Malawi unless the mother's life's in danger. He faces 14 years jail if caught and makes his confession to us all the more remarkable. But he believes his cult will protect him.
We know that the government has a strict and a tough law on the same. But here in the village, we do it secretly and clandestinely. And if people come, I will refuse to explain that I do it. But the villagers know that I do it.
We're going to call her Mary. She's a wanted criminal too. And if we identify her, she faces 7 years behind bars for having an abortion her husband demanded. Her third child was 6 months old when she became pregnant again. The family just couldn't afford another child.
I lost a lot of blood. When I arrived at the hospital, the doctors told me that I was in a critical condition and I would have died.
To save her, the doctors removed her uterus, a terrible stigma in her society. Her husband left her and she was thrown out of the community.
The moment they removed my uterus, I was completely devastated and heartbroken. I was very worried and I started blaming myself, especially when I learned that apart from just losing my uterus, I would have died. I felt sorry for myself and I was even imagining how my children would suffer if I had died due to the backstreet abortion.
There are many more in Lilongwe's main hospital with the same terrible secret. A third of beds in the maternity ward are filled with women needing post-abortion care. We talked to a group of them, all terrified of being arrested. Ruth, again, not her real name, is a student abandoned by the father.
That baby, it was just emergency. It wasn't my plan to have a baby. Mistake. It was a mistake. My plans was going to school, having some other things I want in my hand.
Ruth, like all the others, now needs surgery. But for her, this is a new beginning.
I'll go to school. Go back to school. I'll go back to school.
Each one of them is a survivor against the odds, living in a country with one of the world's highest maternal mortality rates, where 1 or 2 women die every day, many from illegal abortions. As the medics operate on Ruth, they stress how much Malawi's health service depends on overseas aid, much of it from America. Ruth is going to be all right, but President Trump's tough line on cutting funding to groups involved in any abortion-related work will heavily impact other women here.
These women, sometimes we end up taking out the whole uterus, doing a TAH because of the necrotic uterus, because of the methods that they use. So I feel like it's a bit unfair for a woman to have to go through those complications because she was forced to do that.
The expectation is a cut in aid will mean the numbers of women dying will go up. not just in Malawi, but throughout the developing world.
At policy level, we are deliberately creating an environment of sending so many women to the grave when we have a solution of making sure we provide safe abortion.
So this will carry on. The village healer here is a 75-year-old woman who gives her pregnant patients dried wood shavings. It flushes out everything, she says. As we're talking, 2 more customers turn up. They don't know they risk losing everything. They just can't be pregnant, and this is the only way they know to fix it right now. Alex Crawford, Sky News, Malawi.